Ship naming is incoming in Star Citizen, and it's a big deal for some ship lovers. It's some truly personal customization for ships for sure. Let's take a look at how and when you'll be able to name your ship. How's the system working for 3.13? Cloud Imperium put up a few posts covering how this is all going to work, and I'm going to summarize and compress this here so that you sort of understand it, hopefully. As announced in the recent roadmap update, we're introducing ship naming and serial numbers in the upcoming Alpha 3.13 patch. With this feature, select ships can display a player-assigned name and the unique serial number they were assigned at purchase on their hulls. So all ships will have their own unique serial number, which will be entirely unique to them, which you don't get to choose, and you will also be able to put a player name on some ships. Well, eventually all ships. The first iteration of this feature will allow you to have 5 different ships named. So not 5 separate ships. You can name as many different ships as you want, but only 5 hulls of ships. So the Aegis Hammerhead, the Reclaimer, the Mercury Star Runner, the 600i, and the 890 Jump are all ships you'll be able to do this with, and then others will be added later. The original concept owners of the 600i can actually already name their ships. That was part of the original promo. So if you haven't already named it, you can name it now still. The names will be unique per hull though. So, for example, there can be several ships named the Shooting Star, or Jonathan, or Jerry, but only one 600i called Jerry, one Reclaimer called Jerry, one 890 Jump with that name. Cloud Imperium have filters in place to catch inappropriate names, and they reserve the right to rename a ship should someone circumvent the filters or use a name that they consider inappropriate that's not actually automatically flagged. So when will you be able to name your ship? It's actually going to be in waves. On March 1st at 6 PM UTC, they're going to open up the names for concept pledges and golden ticket holders for those ships that we previously mentioned. And then every week after that, so the following Monday on the 8th of March, that's going to be concierge and some early pledges. And then 15th of March, that's going to open up to more pledges, and then the 22nd of March, that's going to be 2020 and 2021 pledges. Each of the different hulls does have slightly different dates on what pledges are in each wave, so bear that in mind. I will link the original post down below and chuck it up on the screen so you can see what's going on with that. These 7-day cycles honour early backers and give the new naming system a chance to cool down between waves. If you're a proud pilot of one of these models, have a look at the wave overviews before to find out when you can name your ship. For ships that have been melted and reclaimed, the buyback date is used to determine wave access or the date they were upgraded, so bear that in mind. The naming itself is done via the hangar on the website. Names can be changed at any time via this method as well, but your ship can only hold one name at a time. The name will stay on the ship even if you trade it away as well, so if you gift it to someone else, bam, they have the ship named whatever you had it named as, but it will be lost if the ship is upgraded or reclaimed, and that name will be immediately re-added to the name pool and someone else can grab it. This is the first iteration of ship naming, and while you can change the name as often as you like for now, it's important to note that it is only temporary. Also, keep in mind that once you change the name, the old name is released and available for others. They are going to be reviewing various options to limit the ability to change ship names infinitely, such as a cooldown and or a small fee. Don't you dare put a small fee on it, CIG. Don't you dare! As naming your ship is intended to be a meaningful and lasting decision. I'd rather them lock it so you can do it once, rather than them charge to have your ship name changed. We'll do it all in game. I've covered a ship naming FAQ previously, but we'll go over the restrictions here very quickly for names so you can work out now what you want to call your ship. There is a limit of 32 characters for a given ship name that must consist of letters, numbers, spaces, and dashes in any combination, other than dashes and spaces consecutively in the name. And you can't have any dashes or spaces outside of the name. So no consecutive dashes or spaces, and no spaces and dashes outside. Names must comply with the RSI Code of Conduct. So no slurs and swear words, no names of CIG employees, no things that are obviously inappropriate. You can report offending ship names to the player relations team in a support ticket. Ships purchased in-game cannot currently be named, only pledged ships at the moment. Obviously in the future, we're going to be able to, bam, name our ships whatever, whether we bought them in-game, whether we haven't. It'll all be able to be done in-game, I believe. All future straight-to-flyable ships will come packaged with the ability to name the ship. So sort of a perk immediately as you buy the ship. Ships that are inactive will still keep their names. So the only way that a ship name will go back to the pool is if it's upgraded or that basically that hull ceases to be. Or if you obviously rename it. If you gift the ship to another player, the name will follow the package, as we said. And yeah, that's it really. So boom, ship names. But just for the Hammerhead, Reclaimer, Mercury Star Runner, 600i, and 890 Jump. And not a player-facing in-game way of changing the name, unfortunately. It's still on the website, still the old naming system, which seems odd that they've only allowed just those ships at this stage. Exactly what that will mean in-game still remains to be seen. Is it written on the side of your ship? Is it just something that we'll see on the UI? Is it both? Well, we won't 100% know until it's in our hands, even if Cloud Imperium tell us their intentions, which, well, we can see from the feature, they want to write it on the side of the ship, they want to have the serial number there as well, but there's a lot of stuff that may or may not happen. We'll have to wait and see. I'm interested to know what you would call your ship. What type of ship would you have, and what would you call it? And are you expecting to get the name that you want? I mean, don't share the name if you don't want to, if you're worried someone else is going to steal it somehow, because it's such a good name. But yeah, are you worried that you're not going to be able to get the name you want? Are you worried that your name might be seen as inappropriate somehow? Are you disappointed by the lackluster number of ships that are going to get that sort of customization for name feature to start with? Ship names could be absolutely fantastic for customization and for identification of ships easily. It depends on how you see them on the UI and that sort of stuff in the future. And it's going to be interesting to see exactly what we get for the first implementation for 3.13 for sure. But let's hope that Cloud Imperium do it right, and let's hope that they open it up to more ships very quickly thereafter. Because we could see more ships open up throughout the 3.13 branch. Hopefully they won't leave it until 3.14 to have more ships. But again, I'm interested to know what you think on that. How do you think Cloud Imperium are going to go about it? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and February is no different. This month is for a Mercury Star Runner. It's a multi-role ship, but also a solid data and cargo runner, and flyable now in-game. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos made during a month. Details below. I'm also a massive shill for NordVPN. If you are looking for a VPN service, and you should, then NordVPN acts as a fleet of ships protecting your data from prying eyes while also providing privacy like a ship would. Enjoy the interwebs without borders, securely and safely. Use the links below for discount. I can't promise it will make your life better, but I can imply that. Also, there is Game Glass. Do you have a touchscreen device that you want to use as a diegetic controller or interactive panel for Star Citizen and other games? Check out Game Glass. It's free for life for the basic version, and you can buy additional shards or functionality or subscribe for more as well. A special thank you for everyone that goes the extra mile to become a channel member or Patreon, as well as just liking, subscribing, or sharing these videos. If you would like to further support the channel, then please consider using the YouTube join button below my videos and becoming a BoredGamer channel member. You'll get some exclusive content each month, as well as badges that appear in the comments section of videos and emotes that you can use and all that sort of jazz. Thank you so much for checking out my content. You take care, and I hope to see you in the verse.